Hey guys, what's up? My name is Jess. Thank you for popping on to listen to my keto and ketone story. I'm going to tell you guys really quickly how I have lost over 130 plus pounds in the last 16 months, what my day-to-day has been, and kind of how I've gotten there. So stay tuned. So we're gonna go and rewind back to December of 2017. I had just gotten engaged to the love of my life 2 months prior, and we were planning our wedding. We had decided to do a destination wedding the following October, so October of 2018 in Cancun, Mexico. So I knew already that I wanted to not be 320 pounds and to look a little better, feel a little better. But I had a couple of other things that happened prior to me deciding and really committing to changing my life. If any of you guys have ever suffered from being, significantly overweight, obese, I feel your pain. I walked that world, that life for many years. I was significantly overweight my daughter is 12. Well, she'll be 12 in October. I've been significantly overweight all of her life up until I started changing my life in December of 2017. I remember going to Red Robin with my now husband and my daughter, and we got into the booth. And I remember that I could barely fit into the booth where it goes up to your stomach. It was so tight that literally like my stomach was overflowing over the table, and I was having a hard time breathing. My husband was like, the booth's kind of small. We should just get a table. Like, he made it really nonchalant, like it was not a big deal. I know he did that for me. I don't even know to this day if he knows I remember that moment. And that was a moment for me, though, like a dignity moment. Like, wow, I've really let myself get to this size where I'm miserable and I have a difficult time doing day-to-day activities. That had happened sometime between November and December of 2017. And then another moment I had when you get out of the shower in my bathroom. We have a door kind of right across from getting out of the shower that has a long window on it. And I got out of the shower one day, and I don't know if any of you guys have ever just had those pure, real moments with yourself. It's just you, yourself. And I looked at myself in the mirror, and I just started bawling because I was so overweight, so big, and it just represented so much that I'd been through in my life, that I'd eaten my feelings, whether it was good or bad or sad or angry. That's just how I've dealt with things since I was probably a child. If I really look back to the beginning of my life and food becoming kind of something that I just depended on to feel good or to celebrate or whatever. And then, I went, we'll rewind back a little bit further. In my early 20s, I ended up pregnant with my daughter. I was in a very abusive relationship with her father that literally stole my soul. I mean, it was bad. And I began really heavily eating my feelings at that time. When you're in an abusive relationship, food, I just turned to it. I got out of that relationship. And I get teary and then I'm sniffly, it's fine. And then I moved back in with my parents. I was 23, about to have a baby. And then shortly thereafter, I started nursing school. As a single mom, nursing school is very hard. You're poor, and I had a baby, so I ate a lot of bad stuff, ramen noodles, mac and cheese, spaghetti, like simple things. So I'm just kind of taking you back on kind of how the weight started to pound up and get on top one after another. And then let's fast forward to being an RN. I've worked different jobs as an RN. I've worked hospital night shift. I've worked mid shift. I've worked day shift and then on call at night. And sometimes it just wasn't feasible, or I didn't have time, I felt, to take care of myself. So I went through the drive-thru all the time. It's just a little bit of backstory on how I got to the point that I was at. And those are just kind of a little bit of, those are a few examples as to why I was really just ready to change my life. In December 2017, I was in a good place, had a good career. My daughter was healthy. I was in an incredible relationship with my now husband that treats me like gold. And I felt like it was finally like, I've always been the caretaker. I take care of everybody else. And it was finally the time that I was going to commit to Jessica and to her health and make myself a priority. And I'm so glad every day I did, you guys. So what did I do, right? what did I do to start? I saw one of my friends on Facebook, a nurse I used to work with that was doing lazy keto. So eating low carb, watching her carbs and drinking ketones. And I thought, okay, whatever she's doing, because her transformation pictures were crazy, ridiculous, amazing. I had to message her. I was like, okay, so I need all the details. What do I need to do? She told me the basics of lazy keto, carbs under 20, have some high healthy fats. And she's like, oh, and I drink ketones. I'm like, what are ketones? She sent me a 4-minute video. I watched it and I was like, okay, I need a month's supply. I need them right now. So I was that person that was like, as soon as my ketones come in, I'm going to start, right? So like I was eating all the bad crap in my house, like getting rid of it. Cause you know how, if you're overweight, you go through all these weird things in your head. Well, I can eat all this till my stuff comes because I don't have to start yet. So that's what I did. They came in like the 12th or 13th of December. I started day one, December 14th of 2017, 319.8 pounds roughly. And I say roughly because that was the last recorded weight I had. I didn't have a scale when I first started, so I was probably even maybe, because the last time I'd weighed was probably a couple weeks before that, so I could have even been a little heavier, maybe a couple pounds lighter, but I was around 320 pounds. I'm 5'8". And so guys, I started. My journey, I'm lazy keto in that I didn't track my macros, like except for carbs. I didn't track my fats, my proteins, my calories. I literally kept it super simple. I drank my ketones every single day, which helped with my appetite control especially. That's what I really loved about them, especially first starting. And I kept my carbs under 20 a day, drank a ton of water, and rocked it out. Within 6 months, I was almost down, I want to say 100 pounds. And then I don't know all of the specific weights I was, but I'm below 200 pounds now. I'm not at my goal yet. I would like to lose probably about, 15 to 20 more pounds. I went from a 3 to 4XL top to a medium, a solid medium. I pretty much prefer mediums at this point in regular shirts because I like them a little fitted, and I can't even believe I fit into a medium. It's crazy. I was in a 24 pair of jeans size, but I was popping out of them, so it was probably more like a size 26. I'm now in a solid 12 jeans, which is just amazing. I'm smaller now than I've been in my entire adult life, because I'm even bigger or smaller now than I was when I got pregnant with my daughter. So when you look at, if you're out there, I just want to say, if you're obese, if you're overweight, and you don't know, you've tried everything, you guys, because I did take these 2 shakes for these meals and eat 1 healthy meal. I've tried Weight Watchers. I had tried so many fad diets all over the internet that I just would buy everything and just hope it would work. I'm telling you that keto may be something you want to look at. I have a website now. It's lazyketowithjess.com. I have a whole entire tab that goes through how to just get started on the lifestyle. And I did some pointers on how to get started, very simplistic, simple, how to get started tips, because I feel like most of the time people try to research too much and they become very confused and overwhelmed. That was me. So what I do in my coaching is I coach very simply. This is what you need to do. Start with this. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it, and just go. And then I also have a Facebook group, supportive community called Lazy Keto with Jess. We have about 105,000 members. It's just a supportive community. If you're not in it and you're interested in keto, weight loss, or just being on a ketogenic diet because it's so good for our bodies, it's so much more than fat loss. Go check it out. And we would love to have you for sure. That's just a little bit about my story. So if this is resonating in your heart and you feel like maybe you want to have a conversation with me, please shoot me a message, and let's talk about what your goals are. Let me help you. I one-on-one help a lot of people all over the world every single day for free, answering questions, helping them get started, troubleshooting when they have stalls. I love what I do so much, and it's become a passion of mine. I also have a personal Facebook, Jess Bridgman, Bridgman. You can go follow me there. I do live recipes, live videos on keto, and all of that kind of fun stuff. So make sure that you're following me there. And if you have Instagram, go feel free to follow me there too. It's just Lazy Keto with Jess. I hope that you guys will leave a comment below, like this video, subscribe, tell me what your thoughts are, what are your health goals, shoot me a message, let's have a conversation, and I hope to see you guys in my inbox and help you guys soon. We'll see you guys later.